Hello everybody, morning or afternoon. I haven't uploaded anything because I haven't really been doing anything. I've got a greenhouse coming tomorrow, that's delivery, and I've got someone, I was going to say to help me put it up, but basically to put it up for me next Monday. He's putting it up. But the reason for this short video, I'm heading down to the allotment now, because the other day I was down there and I was looking at the compost bins that I had taken down there. I'll probably insert that because I didn't have much didn't have much battery left, and my battery actually ran out I think while I was doing it. I was talking about the compost that was in there, and I'll insert that now. I tell you, one thing you want to be slightly careful of is you need to do and look at things yourself, because this is my compost bin, which I thought great at the time, and I decided to move them the other day, and one result is I found the darlick bottom bit for this one, and I found the bit for the other one. So they're both in here, but while I've been transferring the compost from one to the other, the new one I bought, the stuff that I've pulled out of this bin is unreal. You just have a look at, it's just some of it as well, and everywhere I look there's bits like that in it. Another bit, plastic bags and all sorts of stuff. So even though I thought I had perfectly good, so even something as simple as sifting through compost is a chore, because every load I've scooped in, I've had to go through it, and this is just one shovel. Nails. Every single shovel. there, what you're looking at isn't even half of it, because I started when I found the flap inside the bin. I thought, this is something's wrong here. Somebody hasn't taken due care. So at that point I started taking note of what was coming out, but it's at least 3 times what was in this. It was in, oh, why would you put it in there? But I was speaking to someone down there, and you know, I've said before about how good quality soil I thought I had in terms of it being alive and there being lots of worms and stuff like that in it. I was speaking to some of the guys, a few of them actually, and I was talking about how good I thought the soil was, and they said, no, it's shh. Don't want to bleep it out, so I won't say it. So what do you mean? And they said there's like loads of stones and stuff in it. And I said I didn't really see that when I dug over my plot, or raked over more my plot for before I put the membrane over it. And he said just wait until we've had a few days of rain and you'll see what I mean. And we've had more than a few days of rain. It's just literally just subsided now, but it's still wet, too wet to be trundling around too much on the grass, because it's really slippery down there. But he said you'll see, so I'm going to go walk down there now and see what he's talking about. I'm about halfway there, so we'll see in a second. So I'm at the plot now, and I've immediately seen what he's on about. And I'll explain in a minute. Don't know how much of a problem it is, because maybe one of you guys can tell me. But I know exactly what he means. He was obviously talking about the rain washing away at the soil, and I guess the next door neighbour's a good example. So, I've obviously covered, as you know, I've covered mine for the winter, which I was going to plant through, and then I decided not to after research, because of basically how hot the soil gets underneath this black material. As you can imagine, in the summer months it just kills off the soil. So I had looked at my plan and thought, what I'll do then is I'll pull this layer back, have a plant in and growing season, and then during the winter months, October onwards I guess, just put this covering back over the plot, this same covering. So this will just be here and get used every year, rather than what my neighbour does. And this is a bit of his. I really don't like touching other people's stuff, so even though it's blown onto mine, you can see what he does is he's put holes in it and he plants through it, which is what I was planning to do, but I'm not going to. But what these guys are talking about was this. You can see from my other neighbour, if you can see the amount of stones, which I hadn't noticed. I just noticed the thin covering of weed on these plots. But as they said, when we get a bit of rain and the top layer of soil gets washed away, and we've had loads and loads of rain, they said they struggle with the amount of stones on their plots, which I literally had not seen. I don't know if you can appreciate this, how much there are, but that's the plot. This is the plot next to it. You can see, full of stones. This is my neighbour's plot that normally covers this up, and maybe this is the reason why. But again, it's almost like a gravel pit. I have to walk round. I don't want to walk across anybody's plot for any reason, so I'm just going to have a quick walk around here and show you one more. But as you can see, loads and loads. I don't know how I missed this. Maybe I've just got a nice plot. I literally didn't see. But maybe they're just under the surface, so if I'd have left that uncovered, I'll pull back mine and you'll see what's under mine. You'll also see that the weeds are starting to grow, but that shouldn't be a problem. Now here, where it's been exposed, very stony, but then I'll just have a look here. I'll pull this back. Like I said, I'll see that the weeds have started to grow down there, but my soil doesn't look that bad, does it, under there? I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't look anything like any of these other plots. So I'm a bit of a dilemma now as to whether I keep this layer on, as I was going to stop my top layer being washed away and it ending up looking like that, or what I changed my mind to doing was taking this off for the growing season. I literally don't know what to do. Literally. I'll toss a coin.